NFL Week 2 score predictions. Let's get into it. Denver at Jacksonville. Denver's a -6. Teddy Bridgewater looked good in his first game, and Trevor Lawrence made his rookie mistakes with 3 interceptions. Jacksonville's defense looked atrocious against Houston. Denver's pass rush against Jawan Taylor and Cam Robinson. I like that matchup a lot for Denver. I say Denver wins 27-17. Buffalo at Miami. Buffalo's a -3.5. Buffalo dominated this matchup last year, and Buffalo won 55-26 in a Week 17 matchup, which was a must-win for Miami. Tua showed he can still make a bad mistake here and there in that Week 1 game. I say Buffalo bounces back here. They win this game 23-19. The Houston Texans at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland's a -12.5. No Odell Beckham, no problem for me. Houston did play well, but it was Jacksonville. Maybe Tyrod Taylor gets his revenge, but I have Cleveland winning big, 34-21. The Cincinnati Bengals at the Chicago Bears. Chicago's a -2.5. It's the Andy Dalton revenge game and possibly his last chance before Justin Fields gets put in there at quarterback for good. Cincinnati had a thrilling Week 1 victory, but I say Chicago's defense steps up and takes this one. Give me Chicago 26-23. The San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. San Francisco's a -3. Is it in fact the breakout season for Jalen Hurts, or do the Niners defense get the best of him? Although Philly looked really impressive in Week 1, I'm giving the edge to the continuity and better roster of the 49ers. I'll take San Francisco 31-24. The New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. The Saints are a -3.5. Jameis versus Darnold is the definition of any possible outcome. The Saints have some key injuries, but I still think they'll be too much for a young Carolina squad. I will take the Saints, Sean Payton, and their efficient offense over Carolina. Let's call it 30-21 New Orleans. The Los Angeles Rams at the Indianapolis Colts. The Rams are a -3.5. Matthew Stafford in LA with Sean McVay could be a deadly duo for a while. I don't fully buy into Carson Wentz taking down a great team this early in the season, and if memory serves correct, Wentz has had a bad time versus the Rams in his recent matchups dating back to his Philadelphia days. I see another NFC West team coming into Indianapolis and getting back-to-back wins. Let's call it 27-19 Rams. The Las Vegas Raiders at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh's a -6.5. Las Vegas is on a short week, but they're riding that momentum and the adrenaline from that last game. Pittsburgh's defense, however, they are legit, possibly the best in football. They gave that powerful Bills offense a ton of issues in Week 1, and I expect a good showing from them in Week 2. Let's call it 20-16 Steelers win. The New England Patriots at the New York Jets. The Patriots are a -6. This spread opened up at about 3.5, but it seems like the public is smashing the Patriots. Mac Jones looked really prepared and really good in his debut against Miami. If it weren't for that costly fumble, the Patriots would probably be 1-0. While Zach Wilson showed his upside in flashes, the offensive line may let him down, and we know Bill Belichick's history against rookie quarterbacks. Give me New England by a score of 24-13. The Minnesota Vikings at the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona's a -3.5. Do we overreact to the Arizona and Minnesota Week 1 games? I say not yet. I still have faith in this Vikings team, but it's a big game for them. But with Kyler Murray playing like an MVP, Arizona is tough to beat. Minnesota also has some key injuries on their defense. I will take Arizona in a close one, 28-26. The Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay's a -12.5. Atlanta looked as bad as you possibly could in Week 1. Whether it's the offensive line or their defense, they looked horrendous overall. It really comes down to how much Tampa wants to pour it on, and I think they do. I'll take Tampa Bay here on extended rest in a blowout, 34-17. The Dallas Cowboys at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are a -3.5. Dallas also has extended rest, and on a neutral site, this game is almost a pick'em according to the spread. I think both offenses talent-wise are very similar, but I do give the edge to the Rams defense by a sizable margin. I also trust Brandon Staley over Mike McCarthy, which is sad. It's his second game, but that's just me. Give me the Chargers in a high-scoring game, 37-33. The Tennessee Titans at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's a -6.5. I don't think the Titans are stopping this Russell Wilson and Shane Waldron offense. They aren't good enough defensively, and while I do expect Tannehill, Henry, and Julio to bounce back, I don't think they'll be able to keep up with Seattle's offense. Also, don't forget about the crowd noise factor and the 12s coming back to that stadium. That can make a big impact. I'll take Seattle 41-31. Sunday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens. Kansas City's a -3.5. With Baltimore having injuries in their secondary, with Marcus Peters out for the year and possibly Jimmy Smith out this week, I don't know how they can stop the Chiefs' passing attack. Unless Baltimore has an insanely efficient rushing attack and keeps Mahomes on the sideline, I think Kansas City takes this one and and Baltimore drops to 0-2. Give me Kansas City by a score of 31-24. And Monday Night Football, the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are a -11. Do the Packers cover 11? I'm not exactly sure, but I do expect Aaron Rodgers to have his way with a bad Detroit secondary, now without Jeffrey Okudah as well. Detroit's offense wasn't as bad as expected, but can they really keep up with Green Bay's offense? I doubt it. Give me the Packers 29-16. That'll do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will talk to you next time.